Hey everybody, thanks for clicking that thumbnail and welcome into Talking Habs. So I'm going to review the game today between the Montreal Canadiens and the Ottawa Senators. This game took place in Ottawa. I'm going to give you the stats from the game, my thoughts on the game, and that's right here. And before we get to that, there's always a catch, right? If you're new to the channel, if you're a Habs fan like I am and you want to see more Habs content, live streams, contests, stuff like that, subscribe, ring that notifications bell. That's going to get you your daily fix of Blue Blanc Rouge right here at Talking Habs. Let's get into this game. So on Thursday, Montreal hosted the Ottawa Senators, the worst team in the league. They hadn't won in 9 games. They were kind of due for a win. Ottawa, Montreal having a fantastic start. Not necessarily that they're due for a loss, but you can kind of see a trap game forming there. And that's what turned out. Montreal lost 3-2. It was a trap game. Not that Ottawa played the trap. That's not what I'm saying. But it was a trap game in that weaker team playing against a stronger team, and the stronger team plays down to them, and they fall into that trap. And that's what happened. So the worry was this was going to be the same thing, or I kind of thought Montreal would come out and be more dominating than they were in this game, and maybe even higher scoring, more offense. But that's not what happened. It was a very close game, I thought. It was well played by Ottawa. I thought Ottawa might have even played a little bit better in this game than they did on Thursday. And it was the kind of game that would show Montreal's character. So did they go into Ottawa and lose again? Poor performance, get outplayed, whatever that was. It's not what happened. They grinded out a win on a game that they faced again. The same goalie, Matt Murray, having another really good game for Ottawa, and they were having trouble putting pucks past them. But what they did was they persevered. They kept at it. They grinded their way to a 2-1 win here. So let's talk about it. Okay, I'll go over let's go over the scoring, and then we'll talk about it as we go along. I have some notes here and all that stuff. So in the first period, I was live streaming, so I don't know. I kind of thought, it looks like another boring game. I thought the Thursday game was almost a little bit boring, and and maybe Ottawa might have even lulled Montreal to sleep a little bit. It kind of seemed like the same thing here. Although watching the highlights package and rewatching it, it seemed a little bit more exciting than I thought while I was live streaming. Okay, so that being said, it takes till 6:10. There's a power play. Petrie gets his 6th goal. It's unassisted, and I'll tell you how that happened. So a shot from the point. Okay, first let's say this. There was a play at the net, I believe. Puck goes somewhere behind the net. Drouin can't really get his... he gets it lost in his skate, so the Ottawa defender lobs it up to get it out. And Petrie's at the line, grabs it with his hand, drops it at his feet, and then takes a slap shot. Now, I thought when I was live streaming, it looked like it went directly in, touched nobody, but on the replay, you could see it kind of ticks off somebody's, I don't know, stick, something, and it redirects, and it goes in, and that's as good as any goal, if you ask me. So it's his 6th goal, and it's 1-0. At 12:08, so that's a power play goal. So Montreal's power play clicks on a goal there, of course on the road. At 12:08, Ottawa, that's the team we played. Ottawa is on the power play, and let's tell you how this one goes. Colin White, he gets his stick, my dog's agreeing, he gets his stick on a cross-crease pass by Derek Stepan. I think it was meant for the guy that was on the other side of White. But White gets a stick on it and redirects it under, I think through the 5-hole. I don't see much chance on that one for Allen. Allen was fantastic in this game. And I can't blame him on this goal because it's a redeflect right through his legs. I'm not going to blame him on this goal. He could have shut the 5-hole faster, maybe. I'm going to say all that. But Allen was really, really good tonight. I'm not going to blame him on this goal. So that's White's 2nd goal of the season from Stepan, and Josh Norris, I think it's Josh, ties it up at 1. That's all the scoring in the second period. In the first period. Second period, there's no scoring. It's... I don't know what I thought it was kind of boring again, and that's no scoring, nothing super exciting. Might have been No, that wasn't where the hit happened. So then we go to the third period, and Montreal doesn't waste much time in the third period to go ahead. And it's at 1:35, I think. 1:35. Anderson gets his 8th goal from Suzuki and Drouin to make it 2-1, and this is how it happened. Petrie takes a long stretch pass by Petrie just behind his blue line, so just inside the Canadiens' blue line. And what happens, it goes into the corner and kind of bounces back up onto Drouin, or right at where Drouin is, and he's in tight to the net. He takes a shot, which rebounds, and Nick Suzuki is right behind on the play, and he tries to stuff it in the 5-hole, but he's kind of, his momentum in skating kind of takes him past the net. But the rebound comes out a little bit farther to a second trailer in Josh Anderson, and Murray had slid over a bit to make that second save on Suzuki. So the right side of the net was open, and Anderson, he made no mistake, and he put it in there. So Anderson with his 8th goal there to go ahead 2-1, and that's all the scoring we get. It looked like it might end up 3-1 for Montreal, because you knew Ottawa was going to pull the goalie if they hadn't tied it up, and that's what they did, but Montreal wasn't able to get an empty netter there. I think there were some penalty issues and stuff. Anyway, that's what happens. That's how it ended up. 2-1. Montreal grinds out a 2-1 win on a night I thought they would have done better. They played well enough to score more, but Murray was really good. Ottawa had some really good chances, and Jake Allen was even better than Murray because he let up one less goal. And so the 3 stars of the night, well, actually, let's go through the stats of the game. Shots on goal, 32 for Montreal, 35 for Ottawa. Face-off percentage, this is going to be a problem all year. You got to figure if maybe the face-off percentage was higher, maybe Montreal has another goal, that changes the outcome a little bit. But 43% for Montreal, 57% for Ottawa. And the face-offs is going to be the one knock on Nick Suzuki. I think every aspect of his game is great so far and getting better, but the face-offs seem to be still lacking. KK's still having a problem, but oddly, Jake Evans is seems to be doing better. I don't know. I didn't see his numbers for this game, but I know he had gotten his numbers to be pretty regularly right around 50%, if not over. So it's Suzuki and KK. They really need to bring those numbers up, and it's important because you need to win face-offs. Puck possession helps helps to win games. That's how I wanted to say it. Power plays. Montreal was 1 for 3 on the power play, and I want to say Pittsburgh, Ottawa, maybe because Matt Murray was in nets. Ottawa was 1 for 5. They did have a 6th power play, but it came with 3 seconds left in the game, so it doesn't really count. So it's 1 for 5. Hits, 25 for Montreal, 26 for Ottawa. So kind of quite an even game. Maybe not, no team really possessed the puck that much more. But it was a high hitting game. There was some emotions, almost a couple of fights. Brady Tkachuk's in there, so that's going to happen. And I think him and Weber wanted to fight him at one point in that game. But I think Tkachuk's smart enough not to go up against Weber. Allen, 34 saves on 35 shots, a .971 save percentage. Awesome. Murray, 30 saves on 32 shots, .938. Also awesome. Just not a goalie for us. 3 stars of the night. 3rd star, I chose Anderson. The official one was Petrie. It could have gone either way. I just thought, since Anderson got the game-winning goal, I'll give it to him. 2nd star, I don't always include a member of the other team, but Matt Murray was really good tonight. Definitely deserved a 2nd star. And 1st star, Jake Allen. Jake Allen was fantastic again. I thought Carey Price would be the starter today. I was a little surprised by that. I'm not sure the reason why. I didn't hear anything. I don't think it's an injury or anything like that. I think it's something personal that we talked about in the live stream. I don't really want to go into it here. The thing is, when you get at Jake Allen, and you got nothing to worry about. There's nothing to worry about. It's not like we're used to in the last how many years. The backup's in there. Oh no, we're going to chew your fingernails. It's not the case with Jake Allen. You can be confident. Sure, Jake Allen will have a bad game here and there. Of course, it's going to happen. But you know that it's not going to happen all the time, and you can be confident that the Habs can still win the game with the backup in there, and it's just amazing. And he did look fantastic today, so very deserving of that 1st star. So let's go over my thoughts for the game. Allen, the big, I can't go into the minutiae of this game because I live stream, can't take notes, and I don't see all that. But I've put it all together watching the highlights, and I saw enough of it that I can, give you my thoughts on the game. So if you're wondering why I'm not going into all the little details. Allen, the big story for Montreal today, as I said, he was the big story for Montreal. Montreal could have been taken on this game, and I think almost any other, like last season, Montreal would have lost this game. If not, Montreal would have lost this game. Backup goalie in there, so whoever it was, Lindgren or whoever, backup goalie in there, this game would have been lost. I almost guarantee that this would have been a loss. So, big difference for Allen. He got the win today, and that's something that, 2 points that we wouldn't have had maybe, right? Ottawa was better today than the last game. They were better today. This was a closer game. I thought Montreal was the better team on Thursday. Just wasn't able to, crack Murray, basically. And they weren't that far off. It was a 3-2 loss, so it's not like they got blown out or anything. But I thought they were the better game, but they lost. The better team, but they lost. In this one, I thought it was pretty even. They had to grind their way through this one and wait for the mistake or the opportunity to open up, and it did. And the rest of the time, well, Allen kept them. He kept them in that game. I think if Allen wasn't as good as he was, then this probably would have been a loss if Murray was as good as he was. So they would have scored a few on Allen, and we wouldn't have gotten any on Murray. So Murray was good today. Murray was good. Seems like he's got his groove now. He had a very slow start there. His numbers are atrocious, but they're getting better now. And that was 2 really good games by Matt Murray. Matt Murray's a good goaltender. It was a good signing by them. I thought maybe he's a little overpaid, but you know what? He's a good goalie. They need it, and he's going to start showing that. This was the first sign of that. Brady Tkachuk leads the league in drawing penalties with 15. Still an asshole. The hit on Evans, I don't know who it was that hit him. There was no penalty on it. And you know what? I saw it quickly on the replay, and I didn't think that it was a hit to the head. It was a hit to the chest. It looked like it might have involved the head, but he went for the protocol, and he was back at the end of the period with 5 minutes left to be out there to play, and he looked fine. I don't think there's anything to it. There was no call on the play, and I don't think there'll be any subsequent... if the other hits that happened didn't get anything, this one's getting nothing. Stützle. It seems like the Habs were laughing at Stützle every time he embellished, apparently, some hits. Is he that? He's going to be that kind of player where he dives and he embellishes plays? I don't know. Montreal kind of thought that's what happened, so we'll have to keep an eye on young Stützle. He looks like a star offensively, fantastic. But we'll keep an eye on him if he's an embellisher. This was a good character game for Montreal. They came back from a loss where they should have won, and going back to that happened at home. They're going on the road, and they grinded out a win where they, like I said just a minute ago, where they probably would have lost this last year. It's a good character game. This is the kind of team we have. This might be what a slump looks like for Montreal. I don't see Montreal losing more than 1 or 2 games, at a time. And I think they'll break the slump every time, mainly because you got 2 good goalies. So if one's slumping, the other is going to come in and take over, and, I think I see it like that. So this was a grinded out game that shows for good character because they won. They didn't give up. They didn't allow Ottawa to roll over them at all. And I thought it was a good character game for Montreal. Next game is Wednesday. So there's a few days off. This Wednesday, February 10th, 7:30 p.m. at home to Toronto. It's going to be a great game hosting Toronto in Montreal. And as a matter of fact, 3 of the next 4 games are against Toronto in a weird way. So 2 of the next 3 before the big break, because there's going to be a big break of 6 days, are Toronto and Edmonton, and then when they come back from the break, the first game back is Toronto, and that's how the 3 out of 4. So that's how it works. Next live stream, I'll be live streaming the game on Wednesday at 7:05. It's a 7:30 start. I'll start 7:05. Don't forget, look for my preview. We'll have the Guess the Score contest. Don't leave the guesses in here. Don't leave them in here. But when the preview comes out for that, leave your guesses. That's it. I'm starting to babble a little bit, so it's time to end the video. Thanks for watching the video. Give a thumbs up if you liked it. Leave any comments about this, anything I said here, whatever you thought about the game in the comment section down below. And if you're new to the channel or you haven't subscribed yet, please do that. Subscribe, ring the notifications bell. That's also down there, and that'll get you your daily fix of Bleu Blanc Rouge right here at Talkin' Habs. Thanks for watching this little bit long video, and stay safe out there. Peace out, y'all. See you next video. See you next live stream. Bye, everybody. Have a great one.